I had to go back. 1 week before, I had to go for what we call blood count. 4 days or 5 days before. They check whether my cells are still enough to be fought by the chemotherapy drug. The work of the chemotherapy is to fight the white blood cells that are infected. But my friends, it doesn't fight only the white cells, but it fights even the red blood cells because it can't choose. So I went through the sessions safely, but with a lot of challenges. And I saw myself in May 28th receiving the last chemotherapy, which was a victory for me. I would like at this moment to share the challenges I went through chemotherapy in brief. The first traumatic experience was the loss of my hair. After the second chemo, I remember I went to the bathroom, and when I came out with my hair in my hands. I called my friends, Sister Veronica, who was the nurse by then, taking care of me, and Sister Rosina. And when they came, they were like, "Oh my God, what has happened to your hair?" I was bald. I had no single hair anywhere on my body. Everything that is hair in my body was gone. I looked swollen. I looked strange, but I had to go through the experience. The other challenge was the nausea. I always felt like vomiting. Food was very hard to take. Many times I poured food out, but I kept strong by taking milk, fresh milk, every day. The other challenge during chemotherapy was the fatigue and lack of sleep. I spent many sleepless nights, but life had to go on, and at the same time I was studying. But God was faithful, and whenever I did my exams, I still was doing well, and I thank God for that, and I thank the administration at the Christ, the Teacher CTI in Tangaza, for allowing me to study while I was sick, and they encouraged me. Thank my friends, the 2008 students. Thank my friends, those whom we studied together, for encouraging me. Chemo was over, and it was like a victory for me, a great victory. Then set in the side effects. My sugar went high. On one Thursday, I remember it was Corpus Christi, the year 2010. And it went up to beyond 20, 22, I think. I was rushed to hospital, and I had to be put on medications immediately. I struggled with it, and it went down, and I thanked God for that. I thought it was over and I was okay with the treatment. But pressure challenged me again. My pressure went up to 200 one time, over 110, 115. When I reached Dr. Dungu's place, he could not believe it. Again, I was admitted because of pressure. It was traumatic for me. But doctors came handy, and they helped me. That time of pressure, I was saved by a doctor by the name Jen Karaoke. And Jen Karaoke is a doctor I treasure. She did save me from the high pressure. She assured me that my heart was okay, and I will come out of it. And indeed, in 3 days, I was discharged. I thank God for the gift of Dr. Jen Karaoke, who also encouraged me to come forth and share with people my experience with this traumatic disease. And my treatment was over. Then I had now to get into after treatment reviews. Dr. Dungu assured me that I was safe, and I could now come after 3 months for reviews. It was a great victory. I was happy. I celebrated my 41st birthday with a lot of anxiety. I enjoyed myself to the full. It was a victory for me. And then, bravely, I asked to be sent to Eldoret to teach. I am there in the meantime teaching a school I'm proud of, Bishop Delany in West Indies, Eldoret. Then I went through with reviews. I had my first mammogram, I had my second mammogram, and I was okay. I kept improving, and the doctor was happy with my recovery stages. And then I had to go through post-trauma therapy. That is post-trauma and stress therapy with Dr. John Gashero. It is a product of this recording, and I am so happy. I'm so courageous. I'm out of my fears. When I came and began this experience of journeying with this psychologist, Dr. John, I had a lot of fears about recurrence of cancer. I had a lot of fears of dying. Actually, I had a lot of stress, and he encouraged me. We journeyed together. I looked inside myself. I said what I think about the shortness of my life, but he assured me that life was worth living, and I'm grateful. Now I want to share with you about what I think we should do to save ourselves from this traumatic cancer disease. 1, if you find yourself with a growth or a lump, whatever you may call it, please seek medical advice as soon as possible. You may not have the money, but go for a checkup. When there are seminars and screenings for such diseases, please avail yourself for the sake of your life. And with that, I want to conclude my presentation and sharing by telling you, let us come out, let us join hands together and assist those who are suffering from cancer or any traumatic disease. They need you, they need me. Feel encouraged. Thank you.
Protect us, Lord, as we stay awake. Watch over us as we sleep, that awake we may keep watch with Christ, and asleep rest in His peace. Protect us, Lord, as we stay awake. Watch over